So, we actually got our first look at Amazon's new Wheel of Time cast, and I gotta say, I've got a bad feeling about this. And we have an article here coming from Entertainment Weekly. Welcome to the Wheel of Time. Take a magical first look at Amazon's new fantasy adaptation. Showrunner Rafe Judkins previews his TV take on Robert Jordan's best-selling novel series, starring Rosamund Pike. It's been 2 years since Game of Thrones went off the air, and even longer since Amazon chief Jeff Bezos directed his Prime Video team to deliver him a hit akin to the HBO Supernova. Into this vacuum steps The Wheel of Time, a new drama coming November, adapted from author Robert Jordan's best-selling series of the same name. Spanning a whopping 15 novels, The Wheel of Time, which debuted in 1990, seemed impossible to adapt before shows like Thrones. But while J.R.R. Martin's epic beat Jordan's opus to televisions, showrunner Rafe Judkins believes Wheel of Time serves as a perfect bridge between Thrones and the earlier mythic saga The Lord of the Rings, another literary world getting a show at Amazon. Yeah, and every Tolkien fan is so excited for that. Now just listen to what this Rafe Judkins pud has to say. Quote, Wheel of Time is the first fantasy series that really dove into the political and cultural worlds of all these different characters. Judkins, a former Survivor contestant, that's his credit, he survived Survivor. The scripted show. Ugh. An Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. producer, says of the insanely popular and lengthy books. It was also one of the first to dive into multiple POV characters, so if you're following an ensemble, with each of them having their own agendas and approaches to everything. That's always felt to me like the missing piece of the fantasy literature landscape that hasn't been brought to TV or film yet. The Wheel of Time also differentiates itself from those other big-name franchises in the way it highlights its female characters. Yep, here we go. While Middle-earth's most prominent heroine has to disguise herself as a man, and Westeros' few female conquerors are often facing threats of sexual violence, the world of Wheel of Time is essentially matriarchal. The largest kingdom in the novel's unnamed land is ruled by a queen, who will pass her crown to her daughter rather than her son. And uneasy peace is maintained by the female-only mystic order known as the Aes Sedai. These are not just a bunch of princesses swanning around in pretty dresses, says series costume designer Isis Musimdin. These are women doing jobs. They're taking care of the governance. They're taking care of healing. I'm sure you all can see where this is going. This is why. The Wheel of Time's most prominent Aes Sedai is Moiraine, Rosamund Pike, who rescues a handful of young villagers after monsters attack their community of Two Rivers. I don't know if they must be just talking about the first book. Yeah, she's really prominent in the first book. I mean, she's prominent throughout, but she's not as, she's more of a main character in the first book rather than the rest of them. Though the group of new refugees doesn't trust her, Moiraine is the guide figure in this world, explains Pike. The mysterious stranger who comes to town and changes their lives forever. They leave with her on a journey that will either save or destroy humanity. As a member of the Aes Sedai, Moiraine is a master at channeling a magical force called the One Power. Lifetimes earlier, both men and women were able to access the magic, but an evil known as the Dark One tainted the male half. Now any man capable of mysticism is hunted by the Aes Sedai, and stripped of his abilities, a process that can turn fatal. That's an oversimplification. Exemplifying this fate is Logain, Alvaro Morte, a man capable of channeling the One Power who attempts to assert himself as the reincarnation of the dragon, a long-lost messiah. In the photos above, you can get a glimpse of what the Aes Sedai do to him as a result. Just as men are often trying to shut down female power in our world, the Aes Sedai are trying to stop this man from becoming too powerful, Judkins says. See? Told you he was a pud. Told you he was a pud, and this is the fucking proof right here. Men are trying to shut down female power. No one's trying to shut down female power, you little bitch. Oh my god, this shit is just becoming so transparent anymore. It's so ridiculous. Oh yeah, men are so trying to shut down women's power. They only hold positions of power all throughout government, and there's even a female vice president, but yeah, men are trying to shut down people's power, or women's power. I'm an ally. If, hypothetically, one of our male characters were able to use the one power, they understand the stakes of it from what they see of Logain. That scenario might be a bit more than a hypothetical. If Wheel of Time sticks to the plot of Jordan's books, Moraine encourages her new female travel companions, Egwene, Madeline Madden, and Nynaeve, Zoe Robbins, to embrace their mystic potential, but she also suspects that one of their male cohorts may unknowingly possess the spark and be linked to the long-lost messiah known as the Dragon. She's just not sure if it's Rand, Josha Stradowski, Matt, Barney Harris, or Perrin, Marcus Rutherford. See, I don't remember her suspecting one of them was the Dragon. She knew they were all Ta'veren, which was people that fate kind of weaves itself around. While shooting in Eastern Europe over the last 2 years, pausing for a significant hiatus due to COVID-19, Judkins and his team felt the pressure to get Jordan's story right, and spared no expense crafting a world they hope is embraced by the millions of rabid Wheel of Time fans. We literally built Shadar Logoth from scratch just for 15 minutes of airtime, because it's that important to the series, Judkins says of the infamous abandoned city, which is haunted by such dark energy that even the monstrous Trollocs hunting our protagonists fear to tread there. And surprised Trollocs aren't coded black. That's where it becomes very clear it's not just the forces of good and evil. There are lots of different angles. Judkins hopes to explore all those angles as his drama expands beyond Jordan's Wheel of Time book. First Wheel of Time book, sorry. It helps that Amazon has already commissioned a second season. The fucking first one hasn't even aired. And that an unrelated Wheel of Time prequel movie in the works is sure to boost name recognition. But Judkins knows he must bring in more than the existing die-hard fan base. Of course, here we go. Worldwide audience. Oh wait, sorry. Global audience. For any chance of his series lasting long enough to cover Jordan's epilogue. To accomplish that goal, he's relying on the author's celebrated world building. I try to stick to the spine and the heart of the books and bring that to the screen. Judkins says of his philosophy as showrunner. If I can successfully do that, the story and the characters will sell themselves. See, my issue is that if this show had come out probably 10 years ago, like right around the time of Game of Thrones, I would have been hella excited for it. Amazingly excited for this. I mean, obviously I would have had my trepidations because Hollywood has not had a really good track record of actually bringing any sort of novel to the big screen. They've damn near fucked everything up they've ever tried, in one way or another. But at least it wouldn't have been all the intersectional bullshit I know it's going to be. I mean, Amazon has already come out with their whole, basically their 10 commandments about what kind of people need to be in what films and shows and their breakdowns of demographics and all that bullshit. I mean, just looking at this picture right here, or hell, just the cast picture, I can see already that both of the girls, Nynaeve and Egwene, are fucking darker than any of the boys except Perrin. Why? Now, I wouldn't necessarily have a problem with Two Rivers folk being a bit darker. I think they were a little bit darker in Jordan's world, so I wouldn't necessarily have a problem with them being darker, but it's the problem that you got two dark-skinned girls, both of them are darker skinned, while the boys are all pale. And then there's Moraine right there in the fucking center. She is almost as tall as Lan. Why? You couldn't find an actress that was fun size? Moraine is fun size. Robert Jordan makes that very clear in every book that she's featured in. She's tiny. I mean, just look at this photo right here of the first cover of the Wheel of Time, the Eye of the World. She's tiny. And this bitch, whatever her name is, Rosamund Pike, I don't even know who that is. They say that's who they're bringing in for like star power. I don't know who this bitch is. I'm sure there are some people who know. I looked her up earlier. I think she was on like Gone Girl or some shit like that. I didn't watch that shit. Had no interest in that shit. I have interest in this show because I'm a fan of the show or the books. Sorry, I'm a fan of the book. Got no interest in this bitch. But I mean, just what the showrunner has said about men taking women's power and all that shit. This show is going to be an intersectional fuck up. I'm calling it now. I have a bad feeling about this. I feel like this is going to be full of intersectional politics, and it is going to completely kill this show. Amazon can order a second season all they want. They're going to fucking regret it. Oh, and I guarantee you that they're going to do something to men. Some sort of intersectional thing, because you can't just be a tomboy or a crossdresser in this day and age. No, you gotta be like fucking transgender or something. You know they're gonna fucking do it. Just watch. They'll pull something with men. They totally will. Again, I'm calling it right now. I mean, I can read the headlines right now. I can just see them from Vox, Mary Sue, fucking Polygon, Kotaku. I can see the headlines for men right now. Transgender or fucking genderqueer, whatever the fuck representation. I can hear it right now. Men is just a crossdresser. And they're going to do something to fuck up Rand's relationships with the girls. They're going to. Either that or they're going to use it as an excuse to feature a polyamorous relationship or whatever the fuck. But they're going to do something, definitely going to do something with men. Mark my words. Anyway, I think that's all I got for you on this video. It's running a bit long. So leave a comment in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe if you like my crap. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace. Alright, so after putting together a video, I have to walk something back a little bit. I looked at the cast a little bit closer and I realized that Matt is the only kid who's lighter skinned. I mean, they made Nynaeve actually black. Whatever. So I had to walk that back a little bit. Both Rand and Perrin are darker skinned. Fine, whatever. And I recalled something about Rand that made that make sense. At least as far as he goes. Nynaeve and Perrin being actually black doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I can't remember. But whatever. Again, whatever. I mean, it seems like, your darker skinned peoples would be from the south or from a certain country across the ocean. But whatever. Again, my representation, right? So yeah, that's my walk back. I had to update it. So again, peace.